war never changes. Isn't that right, everybody?
God, that was fucking cool when he said that at the end of it. I loved it.
So good.
So good. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about today? We are talking about our full Fallout TV show review. This is a full-on spoiler episode. So if you have not finished Fallout, the TV show, please skip forward to the next segment because we are going to spoil every single episode 1 through 8. If you missed our 1 through 4 topic, you should go back onto YouTube and or our last podcast and check that out where we talk about, with mild spoilers, episodes 1 through 4. We're going to talk a little bit about 5 through 8 and then how we felt about the overall TV show of Fallout. So we've all finished it, y'all. We're done. We've knocked through it. How do y'all feel about it? Like, where are y'all feeling?
Dude, I'm so ready for season 2. Like, they just left it open.
I didn't realize it was. I thought it was gonna be like a completed thing, and it's like, nope, we're on the chase.
No, man.
Like,
we're on the hunt.
New Vegas.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
I already said spoilers, man.
He warned us. He warned them.
He
not
did.
us.
Yeah.
Just
want
to make sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm super stoked, super excited. I'm hoping because it was only 8 episodes in this one. I'm kind of hoping the next one will be 10.
Yeah, I hope so too.
10 will be good.
It did feel like, once we got to like
short.
episode 6 or 7, I was like,
it was
man, like this show's almost done, and there's so much more I want to see in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like it happened so fast.
Yeah, and the next one's just going to be bigger now.
Oh yeah,
especially with them going from where were they were based out in Philadelphia. They're going to Vegas now.
Yes.
No, they were in Los Angeles.
They were in Los Angeles?
Yeah, they called the town Philly.
They called it town Philly. Okay.
But remember, she showed up at the Santa Monica Pier at the beginning.
That's right.
And then
okay.
moved on around. And there was like the Hollywood sign at one point.
Yeah. So I don't know much about...
Wait, what was your question?
Where they're going next, which is Vegas.
No, it wasn't that. It was just like how big it's going to be now. Traveling from Philly, which I thought was Philly, but Los Angeles to Vegas. I'm curious... God dang it! You made me lose.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, you guys played New Vegas, right?
No.
Okay.
I started it and didn't get far because it's dated.
Because that's the most
dated.
famous one, right? Like that's the most talked about Fallout game, correct?
The people who've played them all, yes, that's the most.
Yeah, people love them. Yeah.
Okay.
So my coworker Jason, shout out to Jason. I'll listen to the podcast. I know he's gonna be listening to this one. He's talking about how he loves he doesn't like the New Vegas one because it's one of the ones where there's different factions in the game.
Okay.
And based on your relationships with the different factions in the game, it could, if you piss off a faction or whatever, you cut out a whole piece of story. And he likes the fact that he doesn't want to miss out on a story, So it's the fact that one enables you. It has a lot of choice based stuff in it.
Yeah.
That it just wasn't as enjoyable. But I know a lot of people love the New Vegas for that reason, because when we were at Nishi Fest last week, I was talking to that dude that had the Fallout stuff on, and he was saying that he loves New Vegas for that reason. He loves all the different choice driven aspects you can do in there, where you can decide on this thing, and you piss off a whole entire group, and they never let you do anything over in their realm or whatever. That was really interesting, but it was very different.
I'm curious if the factions are going to be in.
Gotta be. I mean, they have the Brotherhood. So.
What are the other because the Enclave, is that a faction?
Yes.
What is the Enclave?
The Enclave is a remnant of the U.S. government.
Okay. Okay.
The government.
Yeah. So they had...
That's a different group.
Yeah. Actually been diving into a lot of lore recently. So that goes to show how great I've enjoyed the show so far. But yeah, apparently they're part of the U.S. government, and the government had plans on how to keep stuff in order. And I think the government had its own vault and stuff. And then, I won't get too crazy into it because I don't want to get anything wrong.
Yeah.
Because, I'm kind of relearning a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So what did y'all think about... So last podcast, we talked a lot about how we weren't feeling Maximus's character.
Yes.
We've reached the end.
Yes.
How do you feel about Maximus's character now?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I still don't like him.
Still don't like him?
Go ahead.
I still felt like he was I feel like the Brotherhood are children, and maybe they just didn't cast it right, but I felt like because they casted these people, they were going for a certain look and, I guess more or less a message about the Brotherhood. And when you play it in the game, I feel like they're a lot more badass. Again, they're not all good, so I get that part, but I didn't like it. That was it.
Okay, Jason.
I was hoping for more of a drastic development
Change,
for
yeah.
him, a change,
Yeah.
instead of his change like right there at the end.
Yeah.
Because you can tell season 2 he's going to develop a lot more because now he's starting to realize a lot of different things about the Brotherhood, and there's this mystery: should the Brotherhood have all that power or not? You know, and like that was really eye opening for me, and like I'm excited. I'm excited for the character to develop more in season 2. I still don't like him as a character, like especially rewatching it now because I was still building my Lego set and I was rewatching it. I was just like, man, I really didn't like him. But then at the end of it, whenever he came to the realization that he didn't hurt his friend in order to become a squire, it was actually she did it herself, and that she stood up for him and stuff like that. I feel like there's still like a lot of good in him because I really thought he did it. You know, after seeing some things play out.
So is that how you felt? Because I still was kind of unsure about that. But is that the interpretation you got? Was that he did that, like put the razor blade in the foot?
Especially after letting his knight die and stuff like that, and then he was about to kill the other squire and stuff. I figured that he was just mostly looking out for himself. No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I'm giving you the got it. Why it just developed into like, he's a fucking douchebag. You know, he's only caring about himself. But then it comes to the realization that he didn't do that at all. Yeah. And it's just the way the dominoes fell, and they fell perfectly in line because he met Lucy and stuff. And their relationship, I really enjoyed, and I want to see it more flourish. I mean, unfortunately, we won't be able to see that much in season 2 because they got separated. And I like the fact that now we're getting Lucy and the Ghoul going off together to New Vegas, more than likely, to find the father, Lucy's father. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be so good. And the dog came along too. And I'm like, I can't wait to see, because their relationship, Lucy and the Ghoul, was very interesting. Yeah. And now knowing that there's a deeper connection with the Ghoul, dealing with that the Ghoul knows Lucy's father from the past. Yeah. And I'm curious how that's going to develop a relationship between them two going forward, her for trying to figure out who her dad actually really is. And then at the end, if the Ghoul finds his daughter and his kid, will he abandon all hope to destroy the Vault Tech and just be with them? Or stick by Lucy and actually fucking keep going forward on their mission? Yeah.
I bet you his wife is involved in a lot of stuff.
Oh, she is.
Even
she's
right
100%.
now.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. 100% right.
But I am curious if she's still like... I'm really curious, like you guys were saying, if she's alive. Like, I mean, if they're...
I bet she is.
Yep.
And she might be even one of those... Because in Fallout 4, maybe even 76, I can't remember. There are robots. And I think throughout the series, there are robots where the people put their brains in a robot.
Yeah.
So she might be a robot brain.
Robot brain.
Yeah, just like we saw in the show. But that one was just like on wheels and stuff. The other one actually have bodies.
I don't think that's going to be the case. I think she's just going to be another like head honcho overseer at a different vault. And his daughter's probably
he has a husband. She has a husband.
She has a husband, and maybe fucking what I would like to see is the Ghoul encounter another female and not realizing it's his daughter.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be
she's
interesting.
all grown up and stuff. Wow, dude. But yeah,
that's just that part throws me off though, because it's like Hank was in a cryo, and then he's older, but he's not much older.
No, I think he is.
I mean, I guess he has age, but it's not like 200 years age, obviously.
Of course.
But like, it's just there's a sense of. I mean, like, what is she gonna be like? Like, where are they gonna put her? Is she gonna be like in her 30s, in her 40s? Is she gonna be in her 60s or 70s at this point? You know, like
she's gonna be
visually,
Visually, I think she's gonna be the same age as Lucy.
You think so?
Yeah. I think so. And that's where like the daughter-father relationship comes from the Ghoul and Lucy, and then what's her name? So he kind of has that bond going. You know, that story development, that character development.
Yeah. Yeah, that part's gonna be really interesting to me because there's a little discrepancy I have with I want them to explain the age thing of how are these people still alive. Some of the Ghoul part I get, you know, they're ghouls, they can live longer or whatever, but like the Moldaver throws me off, and then Hank, well, he was in the cryo chamber, I guess. So I guess maybe she was too, but I don't think they explained that. So I'm really curious to see kind of how they answer some of those things. But I loved all that mystery of the Vault Tech, and then how a lot of that unraveled, because I there was some of that stuff that I kind of expected, but because I did wonder, like, when they started the show, it's like it's him and his daughter, and the wife's not there. So it's like, what happened to them, and why is he not an actor anymore? This, that, whatever, and we still haven't seen that.
I think
break in that timeline.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen. Episode 1 of season 2 is probably going to open up with him on the horse, still riding to wherever he's going.
Yeah.
Yes, and I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. They're just going to slowly develop that story because all the background stuff we're still getting. We still don't know why he stopped being. Well, we kind of know what it's leading to, why he stopped becoming an actor and stuff. Because all the actors were basically working for Vault-Tec.
Right.
But
they sold their soul basically.
We haven't seen that break point yet of where he's just like enough is enough, and the big argument and why he separated with his wife. And I think that's just going to be more story in season 2.
Yeah.
And I think the opening of season 2, episode 1, is going to be him continuing riding the horse, getting his daughter to some safe area. So I'm excited. I love that opening scene, dude. That fucking opening scene is glorious.
Well, his daughter might be dead. Oh wait, he said his family.
Yeah, he said his family. He's still looking for him. Yeah. So obviously she made it. She made it out from the blast. So
yeah,
I just got a text from my coworker. Just finished Fallout. OMG, can't wait to chat. Little does he know we're talking about it right now. That's so funny.
Well, he can listen to this.
Exactly.
Have a good time.
So when they were having the round, like whenever what's the ghoul's actual name? Harold? Hank? No.
I don't know. I can't remember. I'll look it up when I talk about it.
So the ghoul, when he was like back in like early days when he was like still the cowboy or whatever, and he gets a listening device and he's like sitting outside the thing and he goes upstairs and they're like, oh, you have a fan that wants to see you, who ends up being Hank. But when he's sitting there and he's listening to the listening device, the people in the round table and his wife is in there.
Howard.
Howard. Okay.
Yeah, good.
So Coop. Yeah. So when Coop is in there hanging out, there's a whole round table of people. And I looked up some stuff online afterwards, and one of the guys that they kept showing, he's like one of the more well-dressed, like good-looking dudes that was in the round table. I think maybe, yeah. He's from a place called Radco, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, he's like in New Vegas. He's like the head honcho of New Vegas, and like kind of like runs the show there. And they kept showing him in that flashback, and I was like, okay, they're about to bring him into the story, and apparently he's like a really badass character. Nice. In the game itself. So people were like really hyped about him coming into the show and what he's going to do for everything.
So how did y'all feel about, because I think I mentioned this before we started recording, is just like that the different vaults were sold to these companies, to these people, and they were trying to build their perfect society in the vault until they're ready to come out. How did y'all feel about that? Because I thought the vaults were all just like Lucy's vault, where they're just like focusing on living, doing like weird little shit. Didn't realize there was a vault determined about making superhumans, and then another vault.
I mean, everybody is basically just like, hey, you can have this vault, do whatever the fuck you want with it.
Yeah, but their main goal was to make a superior race, almost.
Yeah. So
how did y'all like?
That's in the story.
That's in the story.
I mean, that's in Fallout. Yeah, like all the vaults have something weird going on with them, and it's just like that's why finding a vault is really cool, because you can go into it and then like look at all of the computers and find like what's been happening, communications between people, and
because that was a big interesting. I wasn't expecting that twist. I kind of expected like some kind of cryo chamber for people to that, because I knew some people were living somehow this long, 200 years, but I wasn't expecting like, and I knew Vault-Tec did they made the nukes happen. And I'm like, I kind of figured that was going to happen, but that
no one knew. I watched a video from back in the day, and no one knew that Vault-Tec, like that's all new.
That's all new.
Yeah, like so they were just like
they never really explained it.
Vault-Tec did it, and it kind of makes sense, but like no one's like hopefully in the future in Fallout 5 we'll figure out who actually dropped the nukes, and because everyone's like most of the people think China did it, like in the game.
Yeah,
because I mean that's the enemy during the time, and
Chinese.
So obviously Vault-Tec did it, and so then America attacked China because they thought China did it. That's actually what happens, and then China attacks America to retaliate. Jesus. So there goes that. That's how the world ended.
That's so crazy. How'd y'all feel about Lucy's character towards the end of it?
Yeah, she was fine.
It was great. I mean, like her finding out about her mother, and her mother's right there as like a zombie.
That was weird as shit, man.
I fucking felt it. I was so upset for her.
Well, that moment too of just like her Moldaver like telling her like all the things that her dad did, and her dad like originally is denying every bit of it, and then finally just openly admits it, and then steals the power armor, and then it's just like, oh shit, like it's so interesting now that both the ghoul and her now have the same quest basically of like they need to. I mean, she's pissed at her father, like her whole life's been a lie, and like so much for her. Okie dokie. I mean, she's still saying she still said okie dokie at the end, which is great.
Oh my god, this is good. I love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah,
I'm ready to see her develop. She had the most development out of like all three of the characters, our main characters.
Yeah,
but I can't wait to see her. I can't wait to see all the characters in season 2. Like I'm so excited that Cooper survived. Yeah, I was worried he was going to eat it, but that scene where he fights up against the Brotherhood. Holy shit.
That was good.
He was talking about their armor while he's loading up his fucking pistol.
Yeah.
I used to wear one of those. There's weak spots in certain areas. I wonder if they fixed that in this model. Bow!
I know, it's so good.
You see the knights look at him, and then he fucking falls over. I was like, oh shit. So,
that was a great scene.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I feel like Maximus should have died. He just took a fucking power armor fist in the face.
Yeah.
He should be dead. He should have internal. Well, no, just like as a medic, like I know what head trauma does to a person.
Yeah,
it literally cracked his skull and gave him a brain bleed.
Yeah,
he should be dead.
Maybe he's a robot, you know.
But and that's another interesting fact about Maximus is like his story continuing forward. Like the Brotherhood's looking up to him now. Now he's on a pedestal.
Yes,
because he killed the renegade. You know, that's the claim. So I'm curious how that's going to develop. If he
wait, which one was Renegade?
Not the Renegade. The bad.
Moldover.
They called her the Renegade. They called her the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because his friend was like, he
did it. Fucking Maximus. And
well, so I'm also curious too, because like, remember the old man dude, which I thought that was a weird shift where, you know, he comes back with the fake head. He takes up the fake head. They realize it's not the real head or whatever, and then they take him back. And then all of a sudden, like this guy is like, I want you to start a new society with me, and I want you to be the head with it, like a new brotherhood that's like fresh. And I was like, that's just weird. Like, why did that was just a weird shift of like this whole entire time he seems like he's been out to get Maximus, and all of a sudden, I guess because he's done all this shit, like he's suddenly like, you're gonna be my right hand person.
I think he was just using him still. He was telling him all these grand gestures so he can actually show him the location of the head.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe that is why they pulled him in. Maybe it was like intentional to accuse him, make him feel like basically like when he was sitting there being questioned about did he or did he not do the razor blade. The power armor guy was right behind him or whatever, and they're like asking him all these questions. And
fear tactic.
There was a point where he's like, I will do anything for the Brotherhood. Yeah. And he like expresses loyalty, and they were like, cool, well, let's test you. Let's send you out in the wild and see if you come back alive. Then he did come back alive with a head. It wasn't a real head, but he killed one of his knights. And then they were like, you'll go through some shit. Yeah. And I want that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, Max was probably become the head of the Brotherhood, basically, by the end of it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he tries to find a way out of it.
I could see him.
But will he be head of the Brotherhood, or is he going to work with that dude and start a new Brotherhood and go against the Brotherhood?
I don't know.
Wait, which guy?
The old guy. Because remember, there was a point, I forgot what episode it was, but he sits down there and he was like, it was the last episode? Yeah, where he sits down with him. It was like, I want to start a new Brotherhood, and I want you to be with me as my right hand and like go against the existing Brotherhood we already have. And
dang, I think I missed all of that.
Yeah.
I thought he was just being like, I thought he was saying, hey, let's build a new home together. Like, I need you part of this.
Yeah, a new home is in like a new version of the Brotherhood.
Oh, I did not get that.
Yeah, like break away entirely from them and stuff like that. And then now he's like amongst the actual Brotherhood, he's like the hero. And it's like, which way will he go?
I think the only reason why he gave up the location is because I think that was their plan the whole time. Because Lucy knew she probably couldn't go in there by herself against fucking Moldaver.
Yeah.
You know? So, but yeah. And I'm happy the dog survived too.
Oh yeah, freaking love the dog, man.
Yes, can't kill the dog.
Any dog in a show.
That was like, oh, they killed the dog.
Especially when the squire put it in the fucking like cooler box.
Oh yeah,
I'm so happy the ghoul found him. And just like, all right, come on.
That was a good transitional scene right there.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Fred Armisten's little cameo in where he had all the bombs? Or like on the base whenever he was a radio operator basically. That was sending out a radio show.
The
or whatever.
squire gets hit in the neck with a fucking arrow.
Oh my god!
He pulls it out and realizes like
he's a ghoul.
He's a ghoul. I hope he comes back too.
He will.
He will. Oh.
Well, I thought that was crazy. Whenever that snake oil salesman guy like gave him the stuff, I was like, this is such a video gamey like thing right here, where he like takes this serum or whatever, and all of a sudden his like foot magically like heals itself,
up.
you know?
Yep.
But
I was like, this isn't gonna work, is it? Dude, his foot is fucked up.
Oh yeah, Brett and I were
so
talking
gross.
about that. It's so fucking disgusting.
Like, how is this possible?
So like, the squire's foot got squished by Maximus because he was in knight armor, and like he pulled his fucking boot off and then his sock off, and it's just like dangling in pieces. It's just so nasty.
Like, how did you even put the boot back on?
Yeah, I know. Just pile up in there.
Just walk around in that like it's nothing.
Yeah, just going as normal.
But I guess I guess they're like it's like the game. You get, because the game will tell you like, oh, your foot's broken or something's messed up on your body, and you're just walking around. So
yeah.
Well, that's what I liked about this show too. There was a lot of like gamey moments in it, but it wasn't nothing compared to like Doom or something like that.
Yeah.
Because like even in the beginning, wherever I mentioned it on the last podcast, where Lucy was like going through the phases of getting a better weapon each time. At first, she had like a little knife, and then she picked up a trank dart, and that's what she carried on her like the whole time until she got like an actual gun. Thought that was very gamey. And then there was another moment in the new season that y'all just mentioned. I can't remember. I guess the foot thing and like the communication and stuff and like the outcome of different things. It's just interesting. I love this show. It was so good.
Do you think Norm's going to survive? The brother?
The brother?
The little brother?
So that one's interesting because
he got locked in there by the brain.
He went into Vault 31 and came to the realization that his father was in cryostasis. So he's from the past, and realized that all these overseers are actually from the past, and they're just being defrosted and becoming
they're Vault
an overseer. Vault Tech. And the brain guy said there's no way out of here because he locked the door, and it's just like you either get inside here or you starve to death. So I don't know. That one's like a toss-up. I have a feeling someone else, maybe his tall friend, will go next door and realize he's in a cryo chamber and unlock him.
Yeah.
And
did he get moved to Vault 32?
He got moved to Vault 33.
No, 33 is where they started.
Oh, yeah, 32. He got moved
yeah.
over to 32. So I'm curious if he's going to realize he's missing, and maybe the overseer will like, oh, no, he's busy doing stuff at 31, as a distraction. But I have a feeling he's going to have a peak interest in what's like happening, and he's going to go over there.
My thing is, if he gets in the cryo chamber, I mean, the robot brain could kill him in the cryo chamber, cut off life support.
But I don't think he will, though.
I don't know. It's possible. But I don't know.
No, it's 100% possible.
I was like, shit, you get in here and you don't know what's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
Or you stay out here and starve. I don't know.
Maybe you'll get a bug.
Yeah.
It's just like,
eat a rad roach.
So what we didn't talk about yet is Shady Sands and Vault 4. And that Shady Sands is made up of a lot of people from Vault 4 is made up of people from Shady Sands.
Yep.
And Maximus is from Shady Sands.
Oh, yeah, that was a big twist.
Yeah.
Dude, that moment, whenever he came to the realization that Lucy's father was the one that destroyed Sadie Shands, and he's from Sadie Shands.
Yeah.
Like,
so every time he was emerging from that little cooler, that was after the bomb dropped in Shady Sands.
That fucking blew me away, and I felt so bad for Maximus, And he just, like, released this guy. He just released the guy that fucking basically killed his whole fucking society.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, shit. So, yeah, he's most definitely going to have a lot of character development in the next one. I forgot about that.
Going to New Vegas. Kill some bitches.
Just amazing how all these characters are connected in a weird way.
Yeah.
And it's unexpected on how they're connected until the very end of the show. Fucking love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. It's good.
Mr. House, I think, was the guy's name that was at the.
At first, I thought Moldaver was Maximus' mom. Because I was just like, oh shit, they're from the same area, maybe.
They could be. Like, oh, well, she's dead now.
Yeah, she's dead now, so we won't get any like development in that. I would have been blown away by that. I would have been like, what the fuck? Yeah. But no, hands down, fucking, I'm so happy. I'm rewatching it right now just to catch little things.
And, I was upset about that they didn't really mention much about nuclear energy powering everything, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, they got cold fusion now, which
cold fusion.
I'm not even sure what that is, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
it's not hot.
Yeah,
no.
I guess that's what
it turns all the lights on everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, you're right. The mustache man. That was Robert House. He was from Robco. So he's the leader of New Vegas, or he's the guy that's like kind of heading up New Vegas.
Dude. I can't wait to see like this stuff like this. Makes me happy.
They need to remake Fallout New Vegas.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I think that would sell well.
Yeah. Really, what I've been hearing a lot of people say is, so with the popularity of the show, they've obviously the Fallout games have had a huge uptick in popularity. So Fallout 76 is now getting like 1 million active players right now, which is insane. And then Fallout 4 just got a new next gen update, which apparently was a piece of garbage. But a lot of people have been saying that the next Fallout should be made by somebody other than Bethesda. Honestly, like maybe Obsidian should do it.
Yes,
but
Obsidian
I feel like they should not let Bethesda do it and just have somebody else go in there and do it.
I think you could find a team who really enjoys all that. Like Obsidian came in and they're like, we love Fallout. So they made this awesome Fallout game, Fallout 76. I think it's possible. Plus, with all the studios they have, they can't just be like, hey, who wants to do this?
Who wants to do this?
Yeah. Because I don't know what the next... I mean, Elder Scrolls 6 is what Bethesda's working on right now.
Yes.
So it's like, rather than like waiting for them to touch the next thing, just like have another studio go in there and jump at the helm of it, and make something amazing.
Well, one of the issues is they need to break away from this engine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what the next Elder Scrolls is going to be in, but I assume they kind of want it to all look and feel the same like every Bethesda game. But the only reason it feels that way is because of the engine. So I don't know if it matters if it changes engines.
Oh, so because I was looking up articles for us to talk about, and one of these articles from Game Rant, next Fallout game may release sooner than expected.
Hey, nice.
Fallout 5's release may still be far off, potentially prompting Xbox to consider outsourcing Fallout development to another studio. Xbox of Obsidian, right?
Yeah,
opens up the possibility of a parallel development for the new Fallout and Elder Scrolls title.
Well, they got to finish Avowed first.
Fuck Avowed.
I'm sure they're getting close.
Yeah, it should be releasing soon. I honestly think they should give this to CD Projekt Red.
Damn, Fallout 5 will take another 6 to 7 years to make.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. That's just kind of sad. It's like, I kind of like the fact that we have this TV show because they can like pop out the TV shows a little bit faster.
Yeah.
And still keep us in the world,
Keep us going, and then when it drops, and then fucking everyone's on top of it.
Yeah.
That was kind of nice about having the same engine is that those people like knew how to use it, and not that they could blow it through making a game, but I'm sure it made it easier for them. Just they have all the assets and just remap stuff. And,
yeah.
I don't know. I really think they need a new engine. I just don't like playing Fallout. Like, even I thought about playing it. I thought about downloading and playing it, but I'm watching gameplay of it, and I'm like,
there's so many Bethesda things that are just like really annoying. Like the centered shots of all the people when you go to interact with them, they're always like dead center in the screen, or slightly to the right, I guess, in this situation. But they never do it. Yeah, there's no emotion in the scenes.
The shit happening behind them. You're like, you want to deal with that? Fucking, or a floating head? I don't know.
There are definitely problems with Bethesda games, but they've always been there because it's the same engine.
Yeah.
So people enjoy what they're trying to make, but yeah, at this point in time, they need to make something that actually holds up, especially for next gen things. I mean, Starfield did not cut it at all whatsoever.
Dude, what if they hypothetical?
Okay.
What if they announced the next 2 to 3 years a Starfield TV show and it was like really fucking good? Do you think people would suddenly appreciate Starfield more than they do now?
I think you would see people go back to it.
Yeah.
But just like with me and Cyberpunk, like I went back to it and I was like, okay, it sucks.
Now I realize why I stopped playing.
Yeah. Oh man, I love Cyberpunk, bro.
But hey, crazy. I mean, a lot of people went back to Cyberpunk as well. I mean, if that's what gets us TV shows, they're good. Sure, keep making shitty games.
Elder Scrolls is confirmed to still be using Creation Engine 2, just like Starfield did. Which is a good looking engine. They just need to stop doing the...
They're still limited.
People standing in front of the face.
It's a staple, man. It's a staple for
They're still
games.
Limited on what they could do, so...
Yeah.
I mean, I'll buy it.
I mean, it's like,
I'm gonna play it.
Like Todd Howard came out and said the other day, like one of the things that he said they'll always do for Fallout is the emergence of the vault thing. Like that's like whether they wanted to change that or not. So I feel like there's a lot of things in their like repertoire of like, we must do it this way because this is trademark Bethesda. Yeah. So I almost feel like the static face person talking to you is like trademark Bethesda and they just don't want to break away from that, even though it's stupid. And, you know, that's a bit of a concern. And then obviously all the stuff that you can pick up and gather and collect around the world, like that's a staple Fallout or Bethesda thing. And there's quirks that they have that are good but also bad at the same time that just leaves room to be desired, basically. But it's the Fallout show's great. It makes me want to play Fallout if it was just played better sometimes.
Yep. We just need the new season to come out quick. Like right now.
I'd rather they take their time on it. I want it to be real good. Because, I mean, that's what concerns me, though. Is like Westworld, even though this is a different showrunner, I found out after the fact that, you know, Jonathan Nolan is not really like fully creating this show like I thought he was. It's more the other people that they have on the team. He's like he's directed some of the episodes, but I don't think he's not a showrunner. But Westworld was great in the first season, good in the second season, and kind of went downhill pretty fast in 3 and 4.
Yeah. I didn't even finish it.
I think there was a 4. I can't remember if there was a 4.
Season 1 was phenomenal.
Season 1 was wonderful, yeah. But it's interesting seeing the parallels here. You know, like the ghoul is basically the Man in Black.
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's the same fucking character.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And like, you know, you definitely have, I almost see Lucy being the same as the girl.
The prostitute girl or the farmer girl?
Farmer girl, yeah. A little bit, you know, kind of naive, you know, in a way, because she was a robot. Now she's being exposed and she's changing, yeah. And then, you know, I don't think there's a Maximus parallel per se. I mean, I guess you could say the scientist.
Well, I was going to say the guy that comes in, he plays in Sonic as one of the main guys.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Marsden? James Marsden? No.
Huh?
Who are you talking about?
I gotta look it up. You don't have to look it up because he came into the world because he paid for it, and then he fell in love with the farmer girl.
Oh yeah,
that's the young version of the Man in Black.
No, it's not.
It is.
What is
it? Yeah. Same dude.
Yeah. So they're doing.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm picking it up.
They're doing time travel stuff in there.
Yep.
Spoilers for Westworld, but yes, the same guy. Yeah. Which is funny. Again, it's a parallel because you have a young version, the old version of him, and it's kind of crazy.
Watch that one.
Yeah, it was good. So yeah, Fallout, y'all. Anything else you guys want to add about the Fallout TV show?
Watch it. It's great.
Yeah,
definitely watch it.
Love it.
Highly recommend.
Go play some 76.
Or not.
But should you go back? I don't know. Listen to the next segment or video.